In today's video, we're going to break down every Family Guy moment that became a meme. Today's topic was requested on a previous video by Pen Kitty, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, so thank you for the suggestion. If you have any other video topics you want us to do, then be sure to leave a comment. Now let's get started. Starting with Seahorse Seashell Party, where Meg stands up to her family's mistreatment of her.
You guys all think you're so much better than me.
Oh, Meg, that is the least fancy thing I have ever heard.
So this little scene has been weaponized online to claim that something, whether it be a fan base or a piece of media, is inferior to another. There have been many meme formats like this, but this is undoubtedly the fanciest way to call yourself superior. Even though this meme most often uses a misquote of the actual line. And in Stewie Be Good, Peter lands his own segment on the Daily News where he can complain about things in life.
You know what really grinds my gears? This Lindsay Lohan. Eh? Lindsay Lohan with all those little outfits.
Once meme culture really started to take off in the early 2010s, internet users began to revisit this scene as a new meme format to express their frustrations with a multitude of topics. As it turns out, we've all got gears, and they keep getting ground to this day.
You know what really grinds my gears? You, America. You.
And one of the most iconic pieces of art to ever come out of Family Guy has to be what is colloquially referred to as the Family Guy death pose, first seen in The Blind Side. This pose has been prevalent in the series for years, and to this day, we don't really know why everyone in the show's legs and arms bend backward like that. Maybe it's a reference to a death scene in the 1990s Highlander television series, or maybe it's just the most appealing way somebody can fall down. But either way, it's given an iconic pose that any number of characters can be drawn into. Just rub some dirt in it, champ, you'll be fine. And in Prescription Heroin, Lois's addiction to painkillers made for an easily memeable image.
Well, it's 3:50. That's basically 4. I mean, in some cultures, it's polite to do things 10 minutes early.
If there's something you just can't say no to and can't wait to partake in, why not slap it on the side of the bottle and make your desires known? The best part? It can be used relatably or to poke fun at others' harmless addictions. Not to be confused with Lois from Left 4 Dead, who has his own pill-crazed meme behind him.
Grab pills.
And in Killer Queen, Stewie becomes terrified of an ominous album cover.
Queen News of the World. Check it out.
Relax, that isn't even the most unsettling Queen album cover. But one green screen later, and this scene opened up a wormhole into a whole host of things for Stewie to be scared by. Whether it be a Mr. Beast impersonator or a hauntingly blue lobster, the internet has managed to scare the poor kid with a multitude of things. To be fair, I also have the same reaction whenever I end up watching world news.
I'll tell you what the news of the world is. We're in a lot of trouble.
And many have used an image from the episode Boys and Squirrels to represent their relationship goals.
Well, Lois, you are a master.
You know what? I'm not even going to give you the context of this scene. I think it's better that way. But this image of a tiny Peter has been utilized for multiple takes, usually revolving around height differences in relationships. If anything, this image gives hope to all the 5'11 guys out there who want to find themselves a 6-foot woman. Very accurate measurements here. And the episode A House Full of Peters gave creators the template to have any character from anywhere to meet Peter.
I'm Katie. I'm your daughter.
You're what?
This look of surprise at the visitor at the door quickly became the bedrock for several exploitable memes, swapping Katie out with pretty much any person you can think of. Often these clones come tagged with the phrase, "Holy crap, Lois, it's blank," most likely parodying how some shows handle introducing guest characters or celebrity appearances. They should really think about installing a Ring doorbell though. There's some otherworldly horrors best not opening the door for. And a very special Family Guy Freaking Christmas gave us a reaction image for when you're just so disgusted by what you're reading.
You promised. It's Christmas. Joe had his accident at Christmas time.
This look of anger and resentment was combined with someone showing Joe something on their phone, and the rest is history. It can be used for confusion or disgust, and this Joe is destined to be peeved about it all. Leave this man to his eggnog, hasn't he been through enough? And the episode Hell Comes to Quahog reminded us that even though we may forget or want to forget history, Pepperidge Farm never forgets.
Remember when you hit that pedestrian with your car at the crosswalk and then just drove away? Pepperidge Farm remembers.
So this bit takes the tagline from a commercial bakery meant to invoke memories of the good old days and goes all I know what you did last summer with it. But the meme version is used as originally intended, to reminisce on the past when everything made sense. But this isn't a new phenomenon. Every generation wishes things were like how they remember them. Better get with the times, old man, but just know this cookie company will always have your back. And Bango Was His Name-o reminded us about what peak advertising looks like.
Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man.
It might be safe to say say that when we used to see these tall, flailing guys outside car dealerships and whatnot, we never really gave them a second thought. Well, one repetitive, slightly annoying fake commercial later, and people couldn't get these guys out of their heads. Sure, these balloon people existed way before the show, but this cutaway brought new life into them, giving them a widely recognized name and even sparking fan pages dedicated to these guys. And if you see one in the street, don't forget to wave back out of respect for their culture.
So come on down to Al Harrington's wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man emporium and warehouse.
And there's perhaps nothing Family Guy related as talked about and widely discussed as when Life of Brian decided to kill off the show's beloved dog.
You've given me a wonderful life. I love you all.
Not long after the episode aired, fans took to Twitter to discuss their shock, sadness, and anger over the decision, leading to a surge in online discussion about the show. People were so upset that a petition was made to bring Brian back, amassing over 100,000 signatures. Even the freaking news was covering this. I struggle to remember a time the show was talked about this much. Brian would of course come back 2 episodes later, but not before an outpouring of tributes, some less thought out than others. Love or hate the decision, it's hard to ignore that this was perhaps the most viral the show had ever been. Yet not a peep about my boy Doug. Where was his hashtag? And the episode Baby Got Black blessed us, or cursed us depending on how you look at it, with the unholy creature that is the Quagmire toilet.
Where's your toilet?
Right here, Peter.
A still of Quagmire mid-transformation quickly started to spread across the internet, appearing in everything from YouTube poops to AMVs to the most brain-rotting of brain-rot memes. Before we had Skibbity Toilet, we had this. I'm sure there's something to be said about the internet's fascination with toilets, but I'm far too scared to do the research on that. And the controversial episode Turban Cowboy gave the internet an equally controversial meme to criticize racism seen online.
Okay, you're good to go.
Many found this little bit to be a funny and poignant way to call out perceived hypocrisy when it came to discussions about race. But the meme isn't always so heavy. It can also simply be used to show what's good and what's not. It's not like we don't have 100 of those already. Family Guy was never afraid to be outspoken, and neither should your memes. And T. Peter would give us the perfect response to an absurd question when all you're trying to do is have a normal day.
You ever accidentally to young pictures of your mom?
Who the starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
Honestly, that's probably the only reasonable response to that question. But it turns out the internet would have several more questions that required such an answer. For some, it can sound a little harsh. For others, yeah, no, they're right on the money there. Blunt and to the point, this is actually probably one of my favorite memes to respond to friends with. Kinda speaks volumes to the kind of people I hang around, doesn't it? And if you're ever feeling old and out of the loop on who the kids are into these days, a short sequence from the Teen Choice Awards in Quagmire and Meg shares your pain.
I tell you, every year I recognize fewer and fewer names.
Lombard Montague. Grace McLady.
This scene kind of perfectly encapsulates what the stars not of your generation sound like. Clips from this segment have been used online to reflect posters' lack of knowledge about the celebrities of today. Eventually, posters even started to joke about the deaths of these fake celebrities, mourning the stars they hardly knew. Like, hardly knew. Pop culture changing and no longer catering to you can be a scary thing, but just don't handle it like Wilford Brimley did.
I'm gonna put a stop to this.
And the episode The Candidate gave us a warning of what would happen if you start to think a little too hard.
He was asking too many questions.
While this episode came out in 2022, this meme format didn't really start to see traction until 2025, where it was used to ask the controversial questions that may send the government after your head. It's just a friendly reminder to maybe keep your deep, dark thoughts to yourself because you never know who may be listening. And we got a few years before the thought police take over, so get all those controversial thoughts out of the way now. And a scene from the episode Peter's Sister has been used in some surprisingly emotional edits on TikTok.
Where you going?
Home.
Where's home?
The White House.
For whatever reason, mid-2023 TikTok saw this scene be mashed up with the song Home by BB Rexa, Machine Gun Kelly, and X-Ambassadors to create somber but loving videos of what users considered their home, usually involving a person or place. Not entirely sure why this cutaway about Peter lying about living at the White House resonated so much with TikTok users, but it's a testament to how people on the internet can use anything to get their emotions across. Try doing the same thing with that vomit scene, and then I'll be truly impressed. And an emotional moment for Stewie from the episode The Talented Mr. Stewie has been utilized by users to share relatable moments of sadness.
I'm sorry. Nights are hard.
The scene has been used for feelings as simple as being upset that the week is about to start again, to even a complete emotional 180, using the audio to express gleeful anticipation. No matter what reason you may find to use this meme, it will probably be way less pathetic than being sad that your teddy bear once belonged to somebody else. Get a grip, man. You're 1 year old, time to act like a grown-up. And a redesign of Brian from the episode Disney's The Reboot would become the avatar through which posters would talk about how cool they were.
It's a show for teens.
This buff, smoking, caught up in his feels version of Brian quickly began popping up on social media after the episode's debut, serving as the stand-in for how people felt during times they felt misunderstood. Maybe you want to show how different you are, or maybe you just need to explain how down bad you are. It's essentially Family Guy's version of literally me. So if you don't have the funds to buy a cool driving jacket, you at least have this hot picture of Brian to fall back on for inspo. And the episode Dog Bites Bear asks you to look inside and outside yourself to see if you can recognize the beauty that is you.
Do you or do you not feel bonita?
I feel bonita.
Usually the audio is used in a way that pertains to looks, whether it be someone's outfit or appearance. Even if the one feeling bonita isn't as happy, at least everyone else around them enjoys how they're looking. Oh, and of course bonita means pretty. Just a little Italian lesson for you there. And the episode Meet the Quagmires gave us not only an iconic dance, but an iconic way to sing the Beverly Hills Cop theme. Interestingly enough, it's not the dance that became popular on TikTok, but the audio of Peter singing the song. There are multiple instances of the audio being used to express joy, most often with animals who are just happy to be alive despite little brain function. Having a higher brain cell count is such an unsophisticated way to live anyway. But the audio is nothing if not versatile, having been used on a variety of different clips that could just use a little heh and a dash of heh. Too bad this meme doesn't appreciate Peter's sick dancing skills. Peter tearing up the dance floor is something that deserves to go viral at least once every few months. And the episode Family Gay let us know about the arrival of a certain animal, and the internet turned it into something a little more creepy.
Peter, the horse is here.
Oh, yeah.
Lois's announcement of the brain-damaged horse entering the dining room was soon used to make some unsettling videos that almost feel like a creepypasta. And things would just kinda keep getting creepier and creepier from there as the audio continued to be manipulated to make it a lot more tense, with the visuals getting more unsettling. Even just using the audio managed to give creators the tools to express feelings of uneasiness. But he's just a silly little horse. There's hardly anything scary about... He's right behind me, isn't he?
Ew, ew, ew.
And the episode Fast Times at Buddy Cianci Junior High gave us a way to tell people to pump the brakes and hang on for a minute.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
While Peter does this to inform Lois that she did not give him his Batman glass, a crime most punishable, TikTok users started using the audio for scenarios encouraging others to stop what they're doing or saying. From getting out of plans to asking others to temper their expectations, this audio was reportedly used over 72,000 times over the course of 2 years. That's all well and good, but somebody should let Peter know his Batman glass may just have lead in it. And the episode Peter's Two Dads gave Peter a fun little hobby that Brian is too much of a nerd to understand.
Peter, what are you doing? What the f?
Peter's blunt reply and Brian's astounded reaction tickled the internet enough that this meme became commonplace in YouTube poops, or edits replacing the characters. The iconicness of this scene has led to a ton of parodies, even reaching outside the show itself. Safe to say, the internet became addicted to the scene, and honestly, that's a much better addiction to have.
Oh my god!
Government came and took my baby!
And the episode Hell Comes to Quahog introduced us to perhaps the world's biggest fan of large automobiles and the movie Madagascar.
Dude, those animals are so funny, they make me want to merge without looking!
The very ecstatic Hummer guy and his love for being a bad driver became a huge inspiration for musical edits online, taking his audio and splicing it to match the tune of various songs. Not sure how the guy's shouting and reckless driving inspired so many musical parodies, but I'm not complaining if it means we get to see the sheer creativity of the internet. Maybe I would get a Hummer if they allowed me to drive. But, you know, the incident kinda ruined that dream.
Yeah, Rumsfeld!
And the episode 420 reminded us how fun it is when a character in a movie says the title of the movie.
All I'm saying is, what if this is as good as it gets?
There it is! There it is!
Before we had Leonardo DiCaprio pointing at the screen, we had Peter appreciating the art of a movie title name drop. But the meme is quite versatile and can be used when someone says their catchphrase or any other variety of words that get you pointing. It's a simple one, but that's probably what makes it universally known and applicable, even though people talking during a movie is one of the worst things. I'm pretty sure it was on the 10 Commandments as one of the big sins to avoid. An Amish guy gave us a reaction to a rice cake that we would say sums up the experience of eating one pretty well. Are people out here just eating plain rice cakes? That's the kind of person I don't want to meet on a dimly lit street at night. But this overreaction ended up spawning a slew of parodies, with some of the more popular ones containing data moshing and distorted audio and visuals. And then those videos were later remixed for YouTube poop music videos and even Guitar Hero challenges. Now that's how you know something's a work of art. So if you ever see someone about to eat one of those things, speak up. You just might save a life.
Who could think of such a horrible thing?
And the episode Mother Tucker gave us a reaction to a haunted video that's perfectly exploitable for whenever you come across something cursed. Parodying an infamous jump scare from the horror movie The Ring, Peter's over-exaggerated expression became easily slottable for whenever you see something horrifying or disturbing. Or if you want to go the childish route, you can use this reaction to dunk on any piece of media you deem so bad that it could kill you. It's an oldie, but it's a goodie. Not gonna lie, looking at some of these memes just makes us feel ancient. And the episode Peter's Def Jam gave us a simple scene of Peter going deaf that spawned into an example of the Griffin family having bars.
I got a Glock in my Rari. 17 shots, no 38.
She's fine.
So yeah, this inconspicuous scene ended up being used to create a musical parody of the song 679 by rapper Fetty Wap. The first instance of this meme came in 2022, where YouTuber Thanks uploaded a short, highly compressed version with no voice changes. This mini trend would continue to prosper, with others extending the song or even switching it out for a different tune. Music you're barely able to understand with visuals you're barely able to see. My favorite combo. But it wouldn't be until 2023 when the channel Hell Funny Network uploaded a version with lip syncing and voice replication software, eventually uploading an extended version with a feature from Stewie.
Tell me what you see. Is it money or it's me?
This version would reach over 5 million views on YouTube and would go viral on TikTok. And I get it. There's just something about hearing what Lois is packing that's just so funny. The video would be heavily shared with a few tributes popping up here and there. But the only thing I'm wondering now is when the album's dropping. It's been 20 years since the last one, give us something already. And a classic film reference from North by North Quahog would be repurposed online to warn everyone of tragedies that have yet to happen. So this is an obvious parody of the film North by Northwest, but posters online would take the image of Peter running and place him during terrible historical events, warning the reader not to go to these things that have already happened. Sometimes the warnings even extend to where you'd least expect them. But basically, this meme is just every time travel episode in a nutshell. So remember to tread lightly, and if you see Peter running away from something, just know there's nothing but absolute horrors behind him. And the episode Are You There, God? It's Me, Peter has a memeable conversation regarding whether atheists go to hell.
No. How about people who say they are not religious, but they are spiritual? Straight to hell.
And thus, an easily exploitable way to complain about people you hate was born. The possibilities are literally endless, only limited by the amount of hate in your heart. So get out there and start hating. The meme economy revolves around it.
Good. Good. That makes me happy.
And the episode untitled Griffin Family History gave us the most highbrow and intellectual way to critique a piece of media.
It insists upon itself, Lois.
What?
It insists upon itself.
What does that even mean?
Peter's criticism of The Godfather has given many online the perfect meme format to dish out their hot takes and unpopular opinions. It can be about a movie, a video game, or anything. And the best part is, you don't even have to explain further. Just say it insists upon itself and you're good to go. And in case you're wondering what it insists upon itself means, well, the guy who made the show doesn't even really know. Just know that if you do use it, you immediately look intelligent and win the conversation.
I love the money pit. That is my answer to that statement.
Exactly.
Well, there you go.
And the episode Play It Again, Brian, has a little show that can perfectly encapsulate just how messed up the natural world can be.
We now return to Damn Nature, You Scary on BET.
Nature is indeed very scary, and this little soundbite has inspired a slew of examples that show off the terrors of the world, whether it be plants, animals, or forces beyond our control. Even the virtual world isn't safe from the horrors Mother Earth has spewed out. I guess sometimes there's nothing else to say, but
Damn, Nature, you scary!
And the episode Death is a Bitch spawned a still frame that somehow makes flying down the stairs feel relatable. It's a real blink and you'll miss it moment, but the screen grab of Lois mid-air falling down the stairs surely seemed to connect with a few people. This is another one of those memes that can be quite versatile, as it can be taken literally or be more metaphorical, eliciting an emotion that, I don't know, makes you want to fall down the stairs. It's a meme that may not make clear sense to some, but I know a Rey Mysterio reference when I see one. And the episode The Manchurian Candidate gave us perhaps the most blood-curdling way someone has ever been horrified. I mean, yeah, if you knew what she just saw, you'd probably agree that scream was fair. Naturally, the soundbite of Lois screaming was co-opted into multiple instances of absolute shock. It's one of those screams that'll rattle your bones, and you know how much the internet loves having its bones rattled. Bless Alex Borstein and her vocal cords. Never has a single word been so Emmy-worthy. And the Simpsons guy gave us a reaction image perfect for when things are gonna get bad, but you're just along for the ride.
Hey, knock it off! There's a kid back there!
I'm in danger!
So this still of little Ralph Wiggum started being used in a similar vein to the "This is fine" meme. Best used when things are about to hit the fan, or even when things are bad and threaten to get worse. You gotta respect the blissful ignorance of the kid though, smiling and chuckling through the impending doom. He may be in danger, but he's the lucky one. And Family Guy ended up at the forefront of a meme where boredom strikes and you'd rather be watching anything else.
It's totaled. It's completely totaled, Peter. Oh, this is just terrific. How are we gonna get... Oh my god!
A few years ago, a meme was sparked that involved people putting on Family Guy while watching or doing something else. I guess it's just impossible to do anything in life without some Family Guy playing in the background. But eventually, the meme started to one-up itself, with posters watching Family Guy while already watching Family Guy. Now everyone can see my setup for when I'm watching episodes for a new video. You may think it's crazy, but you're the one questioning a talking clam. So who's really the crazy one? And when you're in your feels but still want to look hard, there's a Family Guy meme just for that too.
Sexy rain.
In 2022, posts including the phrase "even at my lowest" started to pop up around the internet. Naturally, the phrase started to attach itself to Family Guy related pictures meant to tell the world, yeah, I'm sad, but I'm still gonna aura farm. Clearly it's all ironic, but I'd like to believe someone out there is using Peter Griffin as their sad boy icon. Not gonna lie, it goes kinda hard. And the episode "He's Too Sexy for His Fat" helped popularize a phrase best used when you need a hand from the older generation.
Lift up your shirt, son.
I need an adult! I need an adult!
You're not a shoplifter. You're just a fat kid.
Yeah, so the phrase "I need an adult" was usually taught in stranger danger classes, but this episode would be one of the first uses of the phrase in pop culture for comedic purposes. The phrase would also find further popularity online thanks to Team 4 Star's Dragon Ball Z Abridged series.
I need an adult.
I am an adult.
And according to this Google Trends graph, people are still using this quote to express distress to this day. No need to keep calling for an adult though. They're the ones causing all the problems. Yes, I was radicalized by kids next door, thanks for asking. And the sunroom of the Griffin house has been a topic of heavy discussion, even birthing conspiracy theories over its use.
Hey, get out of here! This is my house!
So this patio room on the side of the Griffin house has been shown a handful of times, most notably in Halloween on Spooner Street and Wasted Talent. But the fact that this room is rarely featured in episodes got people wondering what went on in there, some maybe ironically and some maybe not so much. But debate around the room led to some funny conspiracy theories as people joked that the truth was just too challenging and earth-shattering to comprehend. And that's all well and good, but why does nobody have the same energy about the den? I forget it's even there half the time, and it looks pretty cozy. And it turns out that Family Guy actually has an entire online phenomenon centered around it, though I can't say it's the most positive. So the Family Guy effect has had a few different definitions over the years. Before the rise of meme culture, it was originally used as a term to criticize Family Guy's reliance on repeating things over and over again until they stopped being funny.
Pow, right in the kisser. Pow, right in the kisser. Pow, right in the kisser. Pow, right in the kisser.
But when memes started to become more prevalent and Family Guy started to integrate said memes into the show, the definition of the theory changed. The Family Guy effect would then come to be understood as the phenomenon that kills a meme's popularity as it finds its way into the mainstream.
It's peanut butter jelly time! Peanut butter jelly time! Peanut butter jelly time!
Memes like Chuck Norris jokes, the Trollolol guy, and Ding Fries are done were all considered outdated memes at the time of airing, or saw a sharp decline in popularity after being featured on Family Guy. You never want to be the guy late to the party on memes. If you tried to post an advice animal today, you'd be dragged through the town square by a horse. And the episode Not All Dogs Go to Heaven gave us an exploitable image that can help you sum up how little you like someone.
Christian soldier Meg Griffin has identified the atheist as Brian Griffin of Spooner Street.
This still image of Brian, along with the less than flattering tagline, became a very easy way to complain about people you didn't like. Across the worlds of sports, video games, and pop culture in general, the internet felt no hesitation about going for the throat and comparing someone to one of the worst humanity had to offer. I hope everyone in town notified Elle that this isn't about her. And the episode Cool Hand Peter gave us a way to all come to an agreement on a topic while excluding the ones that think they belong.
No, not you, Seamus.
Ah, poo.
So this is very similar to the Not You meme, discussing a group of things in a positive light while excluding one from the group. Easily exploitable for everything from video games to cosplaying, it's a format that isn't entirely new, but Family Guy still knows how to make it a little funny. That's kind of Family Guy's whole shtick after all, isn't it? And the episode Believe It or Not, Joe's Walking on Air featured a pretty bad beatdown by Joe that would go on to inspire several fighting game parodies.
What the hell are you doing here, pansy?
We're gonna break your legs, Joe.
The first instance of this show becoming a meme was in 2020 when YouTuber Animal Truck edited the fight to include sound effects and stamina counters inspired by the Super Smash Bros. Series. And it didn't take long for others to get in on the fun, with games like Bayonetta, Minecraft, and Tekken all lending their style to the parodies. Violence is never the answer unless it's gonna be stylish like this. If that's the case, then heck yeah, hit Peter with that golf club again. And the internet was graced with the somber singing of the Family Guy cast when a parody cover of the song Memories was uploaded in 2020.
Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not.
This Maroon 5 parody was created by YouTuber Wyra, who sang the entire thing by mimicking 10 voices from Family Guy and The Simpsons. That's right, no AI involved in this one. Just unfiltered talent and the drive to make you cry through the voice of Herbert.
There's a time that I remember when I did not know no pain.
The overly dramatic cover was such a hit with people online that it started to find a new life elsewhere, most notably as a bait and switch tactic to deprive viewers of what they thought they came to see. It's not that old, and yet it feels like an art form of the past, before the days when a computer could generate all of this for you. We should really consider bringing talent back, don't you think? And it would be a disservice to talk about Family Guy's presence on the internet without bringing up the real-life Peter Griffin. This cosplayer, real name Rob Franzese, has been dressing up as Peter for cons and internet videos as far back as 2014. He does a pretty solid impression, and over the years, he's gone full method actor by creating his own Grinds My Gear series, and even managed to find himself a Lois Griffin. There really is hope for all of us out there, isn't there? Despite what you may be thinking, no, this is not followed by a very explicit adult parody. But over 10 years later, the IRL Peter continues to entertain others with live-action antics. And in case you were wondering, yes, the show does know about him.
Then why does a fat nerd pretend to be me at every Comic-Con?
Please don't mention him, it'll only encourage him.
And the episode Inside Family Guy gave us a new way to say sorry not sorry.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
The element of surprise has perhaps never been clearer, as the meme has featured everything from shocking Uno plays to old reliable anime trends. But the whole time I was looking at this meme, I just couldn't help but keep thinking of that one video.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
And the episode You May Now Kiss the, Guy Who Receives birthed a meme from Noah having some issues with what was birthed on his arc.
Hey!
Yeah?
What the hell is this?
Looks like a penguin to me. Or is it an elegwin? Anyway, this meme was utilized to question something that appeared to be a hybrid of two different things. Fortnite, Dwayne Johnson, and even the great province of Quebec have been poked fun at through this meme. But hey, sometimes crimes of nature can birth beautiful things. After all, without it, we might not have gotten light.
Well, it's gonna be a hell of a lot harder for you now because he's going the f*** overboard.
And who knew Lois had so much adventure in her until we saw her trying to outrun a burning plane? The glory you just witnessed is a low-poly Lois Griffin mod for the 2013 game Tomb Raider, which was created by game developer @GunsGoldControl. The video quickly went viral on Twitter and led to several repostings by users, most notably women, who gave it a relatable caption. I knew it was hard being a woman, but I didn't expect crashing planes to be this common in everyday experience. And if you ever find yourself unsure or confused about what the meaning behind a joke is, never fear because Peter will be there to explain it to you.
I stole Meg's cutaway.
There are a ton of these ironic memes out there, basically taking very obvious jokes and explaining why they're funny. There are a few different meanings these memes can have. They could be mocking obvious boomer-style jokes and memes by reducing them to their punchline, or they could be taking a dig at the show itself, as there has been a trend of the show saying the joke in the show when it isn't really needed.
I like to put stuff online.
It's just now dawning on me that I'm the Peter in this situation because I'm having to explain this obvious meme. Hey Lois, I'm becoming a meme! Are there any memes we missed? Be sure to let us know and tell us what your favorite Family Guy meme is down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video and want to see more Family Guy content, don't forget to subscribe.